Hey guys, welcome back to the Airstream Diary. I am the Loco Airstreamer, and I hope you locos out there are having a good summer. I want to show you one of the little details in an Airstream trailer that as you rebuild, like we're doing this 1970 Airstream Safari, one of the details that you need to pay attention to because it can be a source of great frustration if you don't. And that is the window latches right here. These latches are unique. I've never seen anything quite like them, and I've seen a lot of stuff in my time. Lots of factors go into this. They work really well. They do wear out, but they're extremely expensive. So it's worth your time, and I'll put the wrench sizes and everything in the description below on how the wrench you need to use to remove these. We're on the build back here, so the screen's going back in and all that. So this one's in here. But what I did is I took this out. And then when you take them out, well, originally they look pretty rough like this right here. And so what I do is I take them out, soak them in naphtha for a little while, and then go ahead and get a brass brush and brush it off because there's oxidization on here. And that brings up a subject that is so important with Airstreams that people don't talk about a lot. It happens with all kinds of metals, not just Airstreams, but it's called galvanic corrosion. And that's where you got two different kinds of metals getting together, and it creates electrical current that causes corrosion. So these are prone to that in certain areas a little bit. You got to be really careful once you've got it all out and got it all cleaned up. One thing I've found in all the boating I do, a friend of mine turned me on to this, is Tef gel. It's a Teflon gel. So this stuff right here, putting it in spaces where different metals, dissimilar metals contact each other, it slows down the corrosive process of that electrical charge. So once you got this all cleaned out, these are really cool. These are really cool actually for what they do. But they definitely have at least two, and I'd say three different kinds of metals in them. So they are very prone. This is 52 years old. It doesn't look too bad. But make sure you clean. You know, they can definitely attract some galvanic corrosion. This one's not clean, but make sure or brushed. It hadn't been soaked either. So this is how they start. You got to be real careful with these threads. Use the brass brush on that. This looks like it's stainless. You got all kinds of weird metals making contact in here. What we did is, I don't have one here, but we took a washer just to give it a little more space because I don't know why, but over time this sticks in so far that it actually makes contact with the inner outer edge of the frame of the window. But that will give you more ability to make adjustments to the depth of the knocker thing, which looks like, of course, looks like this. And I'll give you the wrench sizes for this part as well, because it takes two wrenches at least. But so you know what it looks like. Let's see if I can get this one to go on here. Just vaguely, here's what it looks. This is what these things do. So. And then you put the tension on it, and it tensions on the groove that it fits in, and that makes the seal. If you're not making the seal and getting those right, you need two people to get these set. Somebody on the outside to put pressure on it and kind of jigger it so that you can make sure that your seal on the outside is not too tight on one side and too loose on the other side. You want it real nice and even. Another thing you've got to do with these frames on the outside of the trailer, on the outside, raise that window or get it out of there and go ahead and clean out the area where the gasket touches, because that area where the gasket touches, if there's any old debris or anything in there, when it rubs, when the trailer's rolling down the road and it's rubbing on there, guess what? It'll mess up that gasket and give it spots where it'll end up leaking. So clean everything out there. You know, it doesn't have to be painted or anything like that. Just make sure that the groove that the gasket goes in on the outside is up to spec. Anyway, hope you're liking this. If you do like this video, if it is helpful, please like and subscribe. The more likes and subscribes I get, the more of these I'm going to do, because I've got plenty of people on my fly fishing channel Texas Flycaster. Go check that out if you want. But they really do like and subscribe a lot. So that's where the bulk of my activity goes, and that's why I don't do a lot of these. But we're getting very active on the rebuild of the Airstream. This is, like I said, 1970 Safari 23. Safaris are interesting because they cut some weight on them, and this one I've got a lot taller axle on it, so we're going to have some ground clearance. But anyway, that's another topic for another time. Once you get this clean, got a washer on here or not, it just depends. By the way, when you take these apart, don't just throw them all in a big old bucket all together. You keep them paired up, just for caution's sake. Keep them paired up with the windows and mark them. See, looks like this right here. That's the back window. So what we know is that all these pieces and parts go in the back window, because some of these develop unique characteristics of fitting through the hole or any other number of things that make them unique to the window. So go ahead and keep it all together. It's just worth it to keep it together and do it. Take it slow, do it one set at a time and get them in and just go on. So what you'll do once you get clean, definitely take the Tef gel. You're going to put some anywhere you see where there's dissimilar metals connecting. And I'll put it on the base here, and so that you can, this is like a cast cheap metal, and it's going to contact aluminum, so we're going to put some there. And then back in here, we're going to go ahead and put Tef gel up here, because there's a moving part in there and a little bit along here, and then we'll just clean it up on the outside so you don't get it on you. And then of course on these threads as well right here. But what we're doing is we're just trying to slow down. We'll never prevent the galvanic corrosion, and it's everywhere in an Airstream. It's everywhere in trailers. You just got to be aware of it. Like right now, I'm working under the trailer, and I see rivets that are starting to show galvanic corrosion, because the rivets actually go through aluminum. They're aluminum rivets, and they hit steel of the steel frame, and then that interaction starts. So that's what you got to be aware of. Everywhere there's a potential for that. So Tef gel, good stuff for this job right here, and very expensive. And it's something you don't want to get your hands on, so you got to be careful. Literally hands on. It's a Teflon. And so that's how you do this. There'll be more details of wrench sizes for getting this off. When you go to take it off, it's not going to just pull right out. You're going to have to kind of work it out to get that to come out. But then once you do, and once you get this put back together with some lubrication, whatever you do, don't ever use WD-40 on Airstream anywhere, anytime, anyhow. I don't care what anybody says. WD-40 is like 1940. Just don't go back there. There are other lubricants I'm going to show you in another video that are much better. I've got another video I'm getting ready to do here in a little while about the stabilizer jacks that we're putting underneath here. And so check that video out as well, and I'll tell you about lubricants you can use that will blow WD-40 away. That stuff sucks. Get rid of it. Use it on something you don't care about. All right, guys, I think I've got everything on here. Just be real careful when you're doing this to make your adjustments and fine-tune this, because it's set up to be fine-tuned for a reason. It needs to be fine-tuned for these windows to seal properly. And if you're really lucky, you'll have somebody like my wife, Leslie, who can really make it look good at the end. We've powder coated these frames. Everything's great, and we're on our way. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the Airstream Diary. I'm the Loco Airstreamer. Please like, please subscribe.